Israel hit 300 targets in Lebanon today as it carried out a massive strike against Hezbollah's stockpile of missiles. The IDF is warning civilians to evacuate areas where the terror group stores and fires its weapons.
Over the weekend, Hezbollah rockets hit Israeli cities as far south as Haifa and Nazareth. CBN Middle East correspondent Julie Stahl has that story.
Israel is warning Lebanese civilians to get away from homes and buildings where Hezbollah's DR-3 cruise missiles are located as it prepares a massive strike.
We advise civilians from Lebanese villages located in and next to buildings and areas used by Hezbollah for military purpose, such as those used to store weapons, to immediately move out of harm's way for their own safety.
IDF chief spokesman Daniel Hagari explained that the Russian-made cruise missiles are embedded in civilian homes and ready to launch.
Here you can see how we identified the terrorist making an opening in the building that exposed the missile. In a precise strike, the IDF eliminated the terrorist and this missile launching infrastructure shortly before the launch.
Israeli President Isaac Herzog railed against Hezbollah's 150 rocket attacks that struck deep into Israel, sending hundreds of thousands of Israelis racing into bomb shelters Sunday and forcing schools to be closed.
Children, the elderly, the sick, residents who simply wish to live in peace and security.
Israel intercepted many of the missiles in the sky, but some hit, including in Jesus' boyhood home of Nazareth. Israel is striking back hard, hitting about 400 launchers with the capability of launching thousands of rockets.
The price that Hezbollah pays is increasing. Our attacks will increase. We have attacked hundreds of terrorist targets in Lebanon in recent days.
Israel dealt a stunning blow to Hezbollah last week when it struck a building in Beirut where Hezbollah's top commanders were plotting an invasion of the north.
All of these leaders were meeting together in order to launch the same horrendous attack that we had on October 7th by Hamas, by burning Israelis, butchering them, raping their women.
In Gaza, where fighting continues, Hagari says there's no confirmation of reports that Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar was killed in an Israeli airstrike. Defense officials are unsure if he's been eliminated or gone deeper underground. Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, Israel is clearly turning its attention north to southern Lebanon and the Hezbollah infrastructure there. In the category of I can't believe it, the UN is charged with making sure southern Lebanon is weapons-free. And just from that video, you see the number of embedded missile sites, cruise missile sites, all in civilian areas, all fairly open and obvious if you're on the ground and you're there. And the UN troops are supposed to be in control of that area and ensuring that it's weapon-free. Clearly, it's not, and clearly they're launching missiles into Israel, and they're targeting, of all things, soccer fields and Nazareth, these very important places within Israel. And in the middle of all of that, over this weekend, the UN dared to say that Israel was guilty of a war crime because they were trying to take out Hezbollah leadership with these explosive devices. It's absolutely incredible. This truth has been turned on its head. And you look at the source of these things, and you go, well, why in the world did these people ever get into this position of power and authority? The current head of the International Criminal Court is a Muslim from Lebanon. So is it any wonder that they're trying to charge Israel with war crimes? The chief prosecutor has a Muslim background from Pakistan. He's British, but his parents are from Pakistan. Is it any wonder? And then here, right here in the United States, in Wisconsin, you have this, again, truth turned on its head, where there's an accusation against the Attorney General who's bringing charges against the protesters who were violent, who took over places and and they violated civil liberty. All of these things are happening right here in America. And this attorney general was accused of bias because she's Jewish. It makes no sense outside a hatred of the Jewish people. And we have to stand against this. It's anti-Semitism of the worst kind, where we want to, the people are saying, we want to wipe Israel off the map from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Understand what that means. It means killing every single Jew in Israel, making sure Israel never exists, wiping it off the map. As Christians, let's stand for truth, let's stand for what the Bible says, and let's protect Israel.